Most people believe that going broke happens in a flash. A market crash, a failed business, a massive gamble gone wrong. But the truth is far more clinical. Wealth isn't usually lost in a single explosion. It's lost through 1,000 tiny, invisible cuts. Decisions that feel logical today, but silently erode your future sovereignty. Imagine standing at the finish line of your career. You've worked 30 years. You've been responsible. But when you open your accounts, you realize $500,000 is simply gone. Not stolen by a thief in the night, but leaked through the cracks of your own financial system. You felt like you were doing everything right. You paid the bills. You enjoyed the American dream upgrades. You watched your balance grow, but you were playing a game where the rules were rigged against your ignorance. Today, we are exposing the 4 hidden leaks that keep the American middle class in a state of perpetual bandwidth poverty. We're moving past the surface-level advice of don't buy lattes. We are diving into the math of your freedom. I'm Andrew. This is Money Mind Matters. Let's reclaim your $500,000. Let's start with leak number 1. The fee monster. Meet Ray. Ray is a diligent saver. He works a high-pressure job, and he wants professional guidance so he can sleep at night. He's comparing 2 options for his retirement portfolio. Fund A is managed by a charismatic advisor. It has an expense ratio, a fee of 1.2%. Fund B is a low-cost index fund. It charges 0.1%. Ray chooses Fund A. He likes the advisor. He values the hand-holding. To Ray, a 1.1% difference feels like a rounding error. It's the price of a nice dinner once a year, right? Wrong. Mathematics doesn't care about your feelings or how secure your advisor makes you feel. In the first 5 years, the difference is negligible. But by year 15, the gap begins to yawn open. By year 30, that small 1% difference has compounded against Ray. It hasn't just taken his principal, it has devoured the potential gains that principal would have made. The result? Ray retires with $185,000 less than he would have with Fund B. A high expense ratio is a cognitive tax. You pay it because you don't want to do the work of understanding the system. Every dollar paid in fees is a soldier in your army that has been executed before the battle even began. The patch. Audit your portfolio today. If you are in a broad market fund charging more than 0.5%, you aren't paying for expertise. You are subsidizing your advisor's yacht. Fix it in 5 minutes. Reap the rewards for 30 years. The second leak is the most common psychological trap in the United States: lifestyle absorption, or, as I call it, financing your ego. Let's look at Dre and Marcus. Both are successful professionals who just landed a 20% raise. Dre feels he's earned it. He immediately heads to the dealership and signs for a $70,000 financed SUV. The monthly payment is high, but his new salary covers it. On Instagram, Dre looks like he's winning. In reality, he has just increased his fixed costs and chained himself tighter to his desk. Then there's Marcus. Marcus celebrates too, but he keeps driving his 6-year-old sedan. It's paid off. It's reliable. Instead of going to the dealership, Marcus goes to his brokerage app. He redirects 50% of that raise into his automated investment system before it ever touches his checking account. He never sees the money, so he never misses it. 5 years later, Dre is stressed. If he loses his job, his world collapses in 30 days. Marcus, however, has built a wall of wealth. Here is the math Dre ignored. That $800 monthly car payment, if invested at a 7% return over 30 years, is worth $980,000. Dre didn't buy a car. He bought a $1 million liability disguised as a status symbol. Lifestyle creep turns luxuries into necessities. When your income goes up, but your freedom stays the same, you aren't getting richer. You're just a more expensive slave. The third leak is deceptive because it feels like the virtuous choice. It's the safety trap. Many Americans, scarred by the volatility of the markets, prefer the safety of cash. They keep $100,000 sitting in a standard checking account because it makes them feel secure. But in a fiat currency system, cash is a melting ice cube. If your bank pays you 0.5% interest while the real-world inflation for healthcare, housing, and energy is at 5%, you are losing purchasing power every single second. You are guaranteeing a loss. Wealth isn't about the number of dollars you have. It's about the purchasing power those dollars command. If you hold too much cash for 20 years, the opportunity cost, the wealth you failed to create, can easily exceed $250,000. Real sovereignty comes from owning things that the government cannot print. Staying safe in cash is, mathematically, one of the highest risk moves you can make. It is the silent thief of the middle class. Finally, the most tragic leak of all, this is the one that frustrates me the most because it is a pure failure of logic, turning down the employer match. In the United States, many employers offer a 401k match. If you put in 3%, they put in 3%. There is no other asset class on earth that gives you a guaranteed, risk-free, 100% return on investment on day one. Yet, millions of people skip this because they want that extra $150 in their paycheck today. If you miss that match over a 30-year career, you are effectively throwing away $150,000 of your final nest egg. It is a pay cut that you are choosing to take. Stop building a retirement for a version of yourself that doesn't exist, and start funding the one that does. We've identified the 4 holes in your bucket: the fee monster, lifestyle absorption, the cash trap, and the missed match. If you don't patch these, you can work 80 hours a week and you will still feel like you're running in place. Here is your roadmap to sovereignty. Starting this week, Step 1, the audit. Open your investment accounts. Look for expense ratio. If it's high, move to a low-cost index fund immediately. Step 2, the capture. Ensure you are contributing enough to get every penny of your employer's match. It's a mandatory raise. Take it. Step 3, the mindset shift. Stop viewing consumption as your reward for hard work. Your true reward is time. That $500,000 didn't disappear into thin air. It's out there, waiting for you to reclaim it through better systems and disciplined math. Wealth is a choice, and today, you've seen the math behind it. I'm Andrew. This is Money Mind Matters. If you value this level of financial truth, subscribe and join our community of sovereign thinkers. Build the system, protect the wealth. See you in the next one.